Alright, here we're going to tie the Hammonds Tournament Fly. I have in my vise a Allen MP002 in size 8. The original recipe called for a Gamakatsu C14S in a size 6. I like the size 8. I feel it's a little bit thicker and I can really haul in the carp in heavy cover. Just personal preference. Also want to make it a little bit cheaper for those who wanted to tie mass quantities. I also have a 4mm set of real eyes in the already tied on. Kind of save us some time, but I assume everybody watching this video knows how to tie on some dumbbell eyes. I've started my thread with some 140 denier black thread. Just tie it on, give yourself a good thread base. Next we're going to be tying in some medium speckled hot orange centipede legs. I've taken one full strand, I've cut it in half, and then I've cut that in half again to make a quarter. And then I take just actually 1/2 of that quarter, so 1/8 of a leg, and I'll tie it in on either side of the hook shank. So I like to tie these in as I would a nymph, like a goose bite or whatever. So they'll be jutting out at a V. And we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. This is a bit tricky to do. I just feel this looks a lot better than having you double it over the thread and then tie it in, but you guys can do what you feel is best. There we go. Next I'm going to take a piece of grizzly hackle, tie that in at the base. Oops. Cut those fibers off. Secure it down. Next I'm going to be taking some of Angora goat dubbing in black. Put a nice noodle on your thread. A little bit thicker is better because we're going to be brushing some of it out to kind of make it look more buggy. So the more the better, but don't make it too thick. So just use your judgment here. I like to make it about 2.5 inches in length. Make sure you don't make these centipede legs split out or come back in. So use a little bit more. Alright, so before we wrap the hackle, I want to make sure that this looks okay. See that legs are looking alright. Then we're going to take a dubbing brush, rub it out, brush it all over, make it kind of look nice and buggy. There we go. Oops, there we go. Just going to wrap the hackle forward. I like to do a few turns right behind the eyes. I really like this cheaper hackle. It's like $20 for the Better Bugger pack, I think it's called, in Grizzly. And I like it because it has more webby fibers like a schlappen, and it just makes this pattern look far more buggy, especially since that cape of the good grade of hackle is usually about 50 bucks, 60 bucks sometimes. So I like to save that for more beautiful flies, I should say. So now we're going to take a little bit more of this Angora goat dub. I've been using this Angora goat dub in quite a few of my patterns, and it's really been so nice. Really is a great natural substitute for the seal. Looks just really good. Fold these fibers back on the hackle. Just do one turn, flip it over. Now we're just going to wrap this around the eyes. There we go. Grab your whip finisher. And you're done. That is the Hammonds Tournament Fly.